One of my employees recently told me, "I'm dreading the sales part. It's just not my skill set." With only a moment to address the comment, I said, if I teach you just one thing about sales, it's always appeal to the target's self-interests. If you don't have a background in sales or persuasion, that's a pretty good rule of thumb to lean on in tough situations, even beyond just selling mobile homes. Let me explain using a few mobile home park specific examples I've encountered. I've had to rehire a contractor after we fired him for not showing up because the guy we replaced him with was hitting on our tenants. I've had to find a way to talk my maintenance guy back into a woman's home to finish a job after she brutally verbally assaulted him. I've had to convince tenants that one of our employees doesn't have what they called a skeleton key, which grants him access to any locked door on the property. So using my rule of thumb, how did I handle each of those? I reframed each situation to appeal to their self-interests, and then just aligned that with my own interests. For the contractor we had to rehire, I said, "You were right, and we learned the hard way how valuable you are. You know how much work we have for you here, and it is all yours. We're going to work and improve communication on our part to make it easier for you to work with us going forward." For my maintenance guy, that guy yelled at, I said, "We love how much you want to help in any way you can, but let us take those verbal beatings. You and I, we have too many good people here to help to let one woman's poor attitude slow us down. We've got your back." And for the freaked out tenant, I said, "You know keeping you safe is our number one priority. Even if something like that existed, you know we would never allow anyone on this property to have one." In each instance, I deliver the pitch through the lens of the person I'm speaking with, and I bring it back to how our incentives are ultimately aligned. I use the word "you" constantly, and I frequently substitute "I" for "we." Persuasion itself deserves an entire episode. But for this mid-month wisdom, I'll stick to my best sales advice. Frame all persuasion through the self-interests of your target and align your incentives with your target's incentives. A week later, I overheard my employee on a sales call. She nailed it. I was so proud of her. If you don't already have an employee that you'll need to train, eventually you will. And when you do, in my opinion, less is so much more. If you can give a simple, easy to fall back on rule of thumb, your employee will learn the rest through experience. I'll leave you with my wife's favorite quote on this topic, which is, "Nobody is against you. Everyone is just for themselves." I'll say it one more time because it's that powerful. Nobody is against you. Everyone is just for themselves.